Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir. Morning, sir.
One clarification. Next week, the topic-wise test is only on electrostatics. It's not capacitors. Next week, topic-wise test is only on electrostatics. Is that clear to all?
Plates and all will also be coming.
No. No, Gauss law में the plates, grounding of plates which we did will come. That's
Shielding and all
electrostatic.
that.
All that we dealt with in gravity, in electrostatics or capacitors.
So electrostatics.
Why are you creating confusion?
No, so because last test it was not there, so that's how I clarified.
Yeah, last test it was not there because it was not completed in some sections. Now it is done. So next week the topic wise test is complete electrostatics and no capacitors. Grounding of plates is a part of electrostatics only. Now, last class we were learning how to apply Kirchhoff's law. Specifically, we applied Kirchhoff's law to what? Open circuit. Did we apply?
Sir, we did one question.
Yeah. This is a 20-volt battery. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. 2-volt battery, 2 microfarad capacitor charged to a potential of 5 volts initially. Initially, you charged this to 5 volts and you placed it here. 3 microfarad capacitor, initially you charged it to 20 volts and you placed it here. 5 microfarad capacitor, initially charged to 10 volts and you placed it here. 4 microfarad capacitor, initially uncharged. When you close the switch, find the final charge distribution. When you close the switch, find the final charge distribution. When you close the switch, find the final charge distribution.
$40 microcoulomb
On what?
on uncharged one.
Uncharged. No. Q4, right? Q4.
No, sir, it's wrong. Sorry.
Shall I?
Sir, just a minute.
1 minute.
Done, sir. So are the answers bad?
Mhm. Not very bad. From 200 by 7, 500 by 7.
Ah, sir, 200 by 7, 500 by 7, 300 by 7, minus 160 by 7.
Yeah, correct. Listen, when you close the switch, initially what was the charge on this? 60 microcoulombs, 10 microcoulombs, 50 microcoulombs for the initial charge on it. What will I call as the final charge? Call this Q1, call this Q2, call this Q3, call this Q4. Now, this plate is positive, this plate is positive, this plate is positive. They will share positive charge with this plate, is my assumption. If I'm wrong, I'll get a negative sign for Q4. Positive plate, positive plate, positive plate will share positive charge with the fourth plate, is my assumption. If I'm wrong, I'll get a negative sign for Q4. Don't you think that's pretty safe?
Yes, sir.
Now, this plate, this plate, this plate, and this plate are mutually connected and isolated. They are playing with you by keeping a cell, keeping a battery cell in between to create confusion. Battery is neither a source nor a sink. It doesn't generate charge or absorb charge. So charge on this plate plus this plate plus this plate plus this plate will remain conserved. Now what is the charge on this plate? Q1. What is the charge on this plate? Q2. What is the charge on this plate? Q3. What is the charge on this plate? Q4 is equal to not 0. Initially, what was the charge on this? 60 plus 10 plus 50. My first equation, see if all of you are convinced. 50 microcoulombs of positive charge here, 60 microcoulombs of positive charge here, 10 microcoulombs of positive charge here will be shared by the fourth plate till all four plates come down to a certain potential. These three plates should come down to V0. This should become V0 minus 20. What will be the potential here? This will be V0 minus 20. These three plates, charge should flow in such a way such that they come down to the same potential. Then here also, why are you not taking same potential? Battery will maintain a potential difference. It may not be a source or a sink, but it maintains potential difference. Don't forget that. First equation, is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Now your job becomes easy. I take the potential here, V0. Apply KVL to this branch. V0 minus Q1 by 3 should be 0. Start from here, come this way. V0 minus Q3 by 5 should be 0. Start from here, come till here. V0 minus Q2 by 2 should be 0. Start from here, come till here. V0, you're touching the positive terminal of the battery first. Minus 20 minus Q4 by 4 should be 0. 3 equations, 4 equations and 4 variables. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Fifth variable is V0, hence I have a fifth equation. Don't get worried by seeing the number of equations. All Q1, Q2, Q3, you can bring it in terms of V0. Q1 is 3V0. Q2 is 2V0. Q3 is 5V0. Q4, bring it in terms of V0. One equation and one variable. Life becomes very simple after that.
Sir, I did a different approach here. I took that Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 are in parallel because so they'll have the same potential difference across them.
No, Q4 is not parallel.
Q4 along with 20 volt.
Along with 20 volts will be parallel. All that you are doing is you are picking up this and connecting it here. I have no
Yes, sir.
problem with that because both are grounded. You picked
All are
this
grounded.
and connected here. You picked this up and connected it here. You turned whole of the circuit to this way. I have no problem with that. Perfectly okay with that.
So that way you can reduce one variable also and फटाक से हो जाएगा.
Absolutely no issue. Even in this process, you can eliminate V0. V0 I took because I was keen on it. How will you eliminate V0 here? Instead of applying KVL from here till here, apply from here till here. Then V0 doesn't come into the picture. Go this way, 0 to 0. From here, go straight till here, 0 to 0. From here, go straight till here, 0 to 0. Right? Go from one grounding to the other grounding. You're going from 0 to 0. It is as good as connecting them at that point.
Sir, I had a doubt. Sir, in the very first equation we've written, we have conserved the final and initial charge, right?
Right.
But since the circuit is grounded in multiple places, are we still permitted to do that?
This plate is not grounded. This plate are not grounded. Besides that plate, there is an insulator called dielectric. So this plate, and this plate are mutually connected and isolated. They're not grounded. There is an insulator besides them called dielectric.
Understood, sir.
So in previous class you had done a question. Can you please do that by that other method?
Everything that you have said is abstract. Previous class you have done a question. I don't know which question. What is the
So
other
that
method?
circular ring one with 12 volt and 24 volt with 2 μF and 4 μF, they were there.
All are in series now here.
Yes, sir. So,
What
so
is
can
that?
you do it in nodal analysis?
एक ही चार्ज है क्यों नोडल एनालिसिस क्यों अप्लाई करूं एक
Yes, sir.
वेरिएबल
But how to apply that वो थोड़ा confuse कर रहा है in that question.
obviously you will have two variables then obviously you will have two variables you have got one battery here this is 24 volts 12 volts right where from do you want to start you want to start from here 0 this will be q by c1 this will be q by c1 plus 12 this will be q right. If I take positive q by c1 plus 12 plus q by c2,
Which will be equal to 24.
right? The difference should be equal to 20. Now
Understood.
we have q as the variable. Equate it. But here there's no point of applying nodal analysis. You
So I was
should
getting confused at how we'll apply over there. Thank you, sir.
So even when the plates are grounded, we can assume any side is positive, right, of Q4?
you can. And actually it does. Q4 when you solve you get a negative sign. You get this negative and this positive. Calculate and see you will get the reverse.
Yes. And so, can we use Kirchhoff's current law here? That is Q2 is equal to Q1 plus Q3 plus Q4.
Nothing but Kirchhoff's current law. Conservation of charge, Kirchhoff's current law.
My bad. Sorry, sir. Got it.
No, listen, it's here. We start with circuital analysis. Now, till now, I have not shown you any example where you can solve the problem using only nodal analysis. Example, Miller. Every problem you solve, you could solve using Kirchhoff's law, and if you want, you can use nodal analysis, right? In current electricity, there will be 1 or 2 questions where nodal analysis becomes mandate. Kirchhoff's law will give you 5 equations, right? That problem is there in your booklet, right? I will come to that. Remind me later, I will come to that. That problem can be solved only using nodal analysis. Fine. Right now, I will not touch that because then you will be biased to look at everything in nodal analysis. What is prescribed for you is Kirchhoff's law. So there's a thin line of balance. I'll always prefer Kirchhoff's law over nodal analysis. There may be 1 or 2 problems where you have to use nodal analysis, that I'll keep till the end. Once you actually understand, master the art of applying Kirchhoff's law. Now, first of all, this is circuital analysis.
So this all was also under circuit analysis only, no?
Yeah. Kirchhoff's law is also a byproduct of circuital analysis. Now it will come in circuital analysis. We learned how to apply Kirchhoff's law. Now Kirchhoff's law will be part of it. You are running 2 chapters simultaneously, capacitors and current electricity. First, how do you analyze a circuit? अगर आपको series parallel दिख रहा है तो खत्म कर दो. Simplest thing. If I can see these components are in series, these components are in parallel, that's the end of the story. Finish it. Nothing better than that. What if I cannot see a series parallel? Search for a Wheatstone bridge. What is a Wheatstone bridge will be derived and explained. What if I am unable to see even a Wheatstone bridge in this particular problem? Then I will search for symmetry conditions. Symmetry is a question of probability, no yaar. Sometimes I may be able to see symmetry, sometimes I may not be able to see symmetry. Nothing to worry. There are certain rules, certain ways of looking at it. All the possible ways will be taught. Minus to plus infinity. Every author looks at it in different way. All possible options will be put on the board. They are not optional. Don't be under the assumption that I'll take one procedure and I'll learn it. All procedures you'll have to learn. Because symmetry is something like beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. You look at the circuit and sometimes you're able to see symmetry, sometimes you're not able to see symmetry. So then you should have an alternative for it. Then comes Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's voltage law. We will, in abbreviation, call it KVL. Technically, your syllabus comes to an end here. JEE people prescribe simple circuits which can be analyzed using Kirchhoff's law. We will go 2 steps ahead. One is star delta transformation. Sixth is infinite series. JEE people never ask questions on infinite series. They asked a few questions based on star delta, which could be solved using Kirchhoff's law. They wanted you to solve using Kirchhoff's law. But this will be a shortcut in some cases. Mind my language, in some cases. Not all cases will this be a shortcut. Then why are you teaching us this? It may not be required. You have it in your EM, electrical maintenance. How many of you are from electrical maintenance? Raise your hand.
So but आज तक एक भी क्लास अटेंड नहीं किया.
So either way, you will require an electrical maintenance, so I'll be covering it here. Beyond this, nothing is required. Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, though I tell you as shortcuts in current electricity, circuital analysis, this is the maximum. Right? First, to take this down. Any circuit, you will try to analyze using the following steps. And you will follow this sequence. Take it down till here.
Answer.
First thing, series parallel. Series and parallel. For you, as I told you, current electricity will be running. Much of this concept I'll introduce quite a few times using resistors. Why? Because that's the way it is introduced. But parallelly, besides, I'll put capacitors as well. If there are exceptions for capacitors, I'll be putting it on the board. Now, this is R1 and this is R2. What will be R equivalent?
R1 plus R2.
If this is R1 and this is R2, 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. What if they were capacitors? We have done this. C1, C2. 1 by C equivalent is 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. What if two capacitors are in parallel? C1, C2, C equivalent is C1 plus C2. So far, so good.
Yes, sir.
One small additional point here, which I want you people to remember. If Q charge is coming, series may if Q charge is coming, both will have the same charge. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Have Q charge and this will have Q charge. Here, if Q charge is coming, how do I calculate the charge on this? This
Equate the
will be
voltage.
C1 by, I'll call this Q1 and Q2 temporarily and then write it down. Q1 is C1 divided by C1 plus C2 into Q. Q2 is C2 divided by C1 plus C2 into Q. Do you people remember this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, can you make a guess what will be the current in this B?
R2 upon R1.
Yes.
I1 will be R2 upon R1 plus R2 into I. I2 will be R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into I. Here, Q1 is C1 divided by C1 plus C2 because Q is equal to CV. I is equal to V by R. So it will be the inverse ratio. So if I want I1, resistance in the opposite branch divided by sum of both the resistors into the incoming current. If I want I1, resistance in the opposite branch divided by sum of both the resistors into the incoming current.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, how did you get these both equations here? No big deal. First equation is I is equal to I1 plus I2. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Second equation I1 R1 is equal to I2 R2. I1 R1 is equal to I2 R2. Simplify both, you will get these both equations. Am I expected to remember this? Yes, we will use this extensively. Current in this branch is the resistance in the opposite branch divided by sum of both the resistors into the incoming current. I1, I wrote I1 here by mistake. This is I2. I2 is R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into R. I1 is R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into R. Take it down till here.
So basically, we are equating potential difference of both, right?
Yeah.
Done, sir.
Just a second, sir.
Done, sir.
Now, not always will the circuit will be so user friendly for you. I repeat, this statement will have lot of sense in this subtopic. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Right? Hereafter, start looking at it this way. I have R1, R2, R3 this way. R1, R2, R3 this way. I connected these both points and these both points. I want the equivalent resistance across AB. I want,
Equivalent resistance across AB. Can we try?
wait, let me explain this. First of all, rearrange such type of circuits. First, I put C and D here. This is R2. I will put R1 above. R1, one end is at C, other end is at A. Why did you keep C this side here? You should have kept A this side. I want to connect C and C. C and C are the same points.
Yes, sir.
Now R3,
Sir, A and D are also connected.
this point is B. Now D, R3, one end is D. Why are you keeping D on the other side? R2's other end is D, R3's first end is D. D and D are the same point.
Yes, sir.
Now have a look at this. A is connected to D. A is connected to D. C is connected to B. C is connected to B. Hereafter, whenever such a diagram is given, you should be able to recognize that they are in parallel. 1 by R equivalent is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. What if those three were capacitors?
C1.
Take them in series.
C1 plus C2 plus C3, they're in parallel. Instead of resistors, I had capacitors, they're in parallel. C equivalent will be C1 plus C2 plus C3. Now you understood why two topics are running parallel for us.
Yes, sir.
Every problem given by Rideau for resistors has been given by HCV for capacitors. Every problem given by Rideau for capacitors is given by HCV for resistors.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
So after drawing the circuit like this, could we still comment on which direction the current is flowing? Like since it was A to C
Depends on the
to
battery. Depends on the battery direction. Current is coming this way. It will split into this both. If current is coming this way, it will split into this. You know, have the board.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Find the equivalent resistance across AB.
Four by three.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 minute.
Listen, I'll make changes here itself. 2 and 2 are in series. 2 and 2 are in series. Can I make it 4 ohms?
Yes, sir.
This is 2 ohms. 4 and 4 are in parallel. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. So this will be 2 ohms. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Now 2 and 2 are in series. 4 ohms. 4 and 2 are in parallel. Equivalent resistance is 4 by 3. This symbol means there is no junction in between. This symbol means there is no junction in between.
So 1 ohm.
Is correct.
Yes, sir.
Here, all you can do is pick up this and place it here. There is no junction here. Pick this point and place it up here. This 4 ohms will come parallel to this. When I picked up this point and placed it here, this 4 ohms will come parallel to this. This junction remains as it is. When I picked up this point and placed it here, this 4 ohms came parallel to this 4 ohms came parallel to this. First step, is it okay with all? Now pick up this point and place it here. All 4 are in parallel. All 4 are in parallel. 1 by R is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4.
Also, the way you did for the last to last question, you took point C and D and then you did it.
Yes.
Anything will do. Now again, you name them C and D. It is A, nothing but A. It will be the same.
Yes, sir.
Sir, could you solve this using the CND approach, or is this method sufficient?
This is surplus.
All right.
Now listen. If you place capacitors here, all 4 capacitors in series, what will be C equivalent? 4 times C.
Yes,
Now
sir. Parallel.
they're in parallel, sorry. 4 times C.
Yes, sir.
Do I have to put capacitors, or are you able to visualize that?
We are able to.
Now you understand why these both topics run parallel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now in capacitors specifically, there is a different way of presenting series and parallel. first plate and the last plate are connected. These both go to A and B. They want the equivalent capacitance of this. This distances they have given to be the same. C is epsilon naught A by D. This is one capacitor, this is one capacitor, this is one capacitor. They want the equivalent capacitance across AB. You will have to reorient them. Observe carefully. Do not give numbers to the outermost surfaces of the outermost plates. Start from here. 1 and 2 is one capacitor. 3 and 4 is one capacitor. 5 and 6 is one capacitor. 1 and 2 is one capacitor. 3 and 4 is one capacitor. 5 and 6 is one capacitor.
So how is 3 and 4 one capacitor? There's a dielectric between that also.
If you don't keep a dielectric, there won't be a capacitor. Air
No,
will,
no, no. Right.
right?
Yes.
Now rearrange them. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Always when you are rearranging them, remember A and B, input should be on one side, output should be on one side. Then you can recognize series and parallel. Input, output. Don't keep input, output besides each other. You cannot recognize series parallel. Second, arrange them on two lines. Don't arrange them on one line. 2 and 3 are connected. That goes to the terminal of A. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
4 and 5 are connected. That goes to the terminal of B. 1 and 6 are connected. Now for me, recognizing series parallel will become easy if I pull A to the right. This is 3, this is 4. This is B, this is A. 2 and 1, 6 and 5. I just bought this here. You can verify 2 and 3 are connected. That goes to the terminal of A. 2 and 3 goes to the terminal of A. 4 and 5 connected goes to the terminal of B. 1 is connected to 6. Now, incidentally, here you have given D, D and D. So capacitance of each of them are the same. So this is C, this is C, this is C. Two capacitors in series, C by 2 and C are in parallel, 3C by 2. If by chance he gave me this distance to be 2D, then between 3 and 4, this would become C by 2.
By 2.
This will become C by 2. Finding out equivalent C will not be difficult for you.
Yes, sir. So in this case, it is 3C by 2, right?
Yeah. All distances are the same. So that means all are identical capacitors. Will you people try?
Yes, sir.
All distances are the same. Take this down, try that. Once you're done with this, I'll put one more problem on the board. I'll keep you people on mute.
Done, sir.
So C by 3.
So 2C by 3.
2C by 3.
To C by 3.
That way I don't know the answers, don't shout the answers, I'll solve.
And the second one 3C.
I just now told you, I don't know the answers, don't shout the
Sorry,
answers.
sorry.
ये अंग्रेजी में बोला, गलती हो. Can I rub the left part of the board? अब हाँ या ना तो बोलो.
सर आपने रीरेस कर दिया ना बट
No, listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. 2, 3 are connected, that goes to the terminal of A. Right? 4 and 5 are connected. 6 goes to the terminal of B. 1 is connected to the junction of 4 and 5. 1 is connected to the junction of 4 and 5. You connect it this way, you'll have little bit of a discomfort in reorienting. But remember, you can recognize series and parallel only if A and B come this way. So I will pull A here, that means this will go here. Observe this. I am pulling A to the left. That means this will go down. This is 2 and 1. I am pulling B to the right. 6 and 5. This is B. Cross verify.
yes. So
2
5 and
3
6.
goes to the terminal of A. 2 and 3 goes to the terminal of A. 6 goes to the terminal of B.
So उल्टा
ये interchange.
5 and 6. 6 goes to the terminal of B. 4, 5 is connected to 1. 4 and 5 is connected to 1. 4, 5, 1 are mutually connected and isolated. All three conditions are met. C and C are in parallel. 2C and C are in series. C and C are in parallel. 2C into C divided by 3C. 2C by 3. Can I rub the left part of the board?
Yes, sir.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. 2, 3 are connected. 4 and 5 are connected. Right? 6 is connected to 2 and 3. 6 is connected to the junction of 2 and 3. Now, 1 is connected to the junction of 4 and 5. Never ever commit this mistakes of wire crossing each other. If the wires are crossing, you cannot recognize series and parallel. So don't let the wires cross. How do you want me to do that then? Turn it up. Turn it above. 2 and 1. 1 is connected to the junction of 4 and 5. That goes to the terminal of A. 2, 3, 6 go to the terminal of B. 2, 3 and 6 go to the terminal of B. See if you are convinced. One, never let it cross another wire. If two wires cross, you cannot recognize series and parallel. So turn it above. One is connected to the junction of 4 and 5. It goes to the terminal of A. 2, 3 are connected to 6. 2 and 3 are connected to 6. That goes to the terminal of B.
3C.
3C.
R.
Why did you remove this?
0 ohm parallel.
You have short circuited
Same
that.
potential.
You have short circuited that. That gets removed. R equivalent will be R. Whenever they short circuit a particular resistor or capacitor, remove that from the branch.
Yes. So 2C.
Yes, that is.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. 2, 3 are connected. 4 and 5 are connected. 1 is connected to 6 that goes to the terminal of B. 4, 5 goes to the terminal of B. Sorry, 1 and 6 are connected. They go to the terminal of A.
That's correct.
4, 5 is connected to the terminal of B. 2, 3 is connected to the junction of 4, 5. So this capacitor gets short circuited and removed. C and C are in parallel. Equivalent capacitance is QC.
So all are D, right?
Aha.
Sir, 2C by 5.
I don't know the answer. I'll have to solve.
So C by 4.
Right. I don't know the answer here. I'll have to solve. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just a
So just a minute, sir.
So
5C by 2.
5C by 3.
I don't
I see by 2.
5C by 2.
5C by 2.
Stop fighting among yourself. I don't know the answer. बोल रहा हूँ.
So मजा आता
Hmm. This is 5 and 6. Eight is connected to 5. Bring it here. 7 is connected to 6. 8 is connected to 4 and 5. 6 is connected to 7. 2, 3 connected to the terminal A. This is connected to the terminal B. 1 is connected to 6 and 7. Aha. Now bring this to the left. 3, 4. This goes to the terminal A. This goes to 2 and 1. 2 is connected. 2 and 3 are connected to A. 1 is connected to the junction of 6 and 7. 1 is connected to the junction of 6 and 7. 7 and 6. Right? This is 5. This is 8.
Yes, sir.
4, 5 and 8 are connected. 4, 5 and 8 are connected to B.
So I'm initially connected A to 1.
So 5C by 3.
5C by 3.
What is the answer? 5C by
3.
This is the first part of circuital analysis. Series and parallel.
Parallel.
Right? Now adding one more does not make sense. This is playing with number. More than number, it becomes difficult to do the rearrangement. You'll have to do it more than once. I've already done previously. So I got the idea I should place 7, 8 below because 6 is connected to 7. 5, 4 and 5 are connected to 8. 4, 5 are connected to 8. Somebody is doing it for the first time. will have little bit of a hitch in the hit and try. Right? It is just a question of practice. Other than these options, you don't have. Whatever we put on the board are the only options as far as these are concerned. Maximum they will change. They'll connect these two and they'll say A and B. Right? One of them will get short circuited. Keep your eyes open for that. The job will be done. One dirty problem that HCV gave, just to confuse the kid series, he gave two steps this way. One metallic. Now this distance will be D. This distance will be 2D. This distance will be 3D. That's what is given. Area of this plate is A, and A. You want the equivalent capacitance.
3 capacitors connected in series.
3 capacitors in parallel. Upper plates are connected, lower plates are connected. Call this C1, C2, and C3. They are in parallel. C1 is how much? Epsilon naught A by D. C2 is how much? Epsilon naught A by 2D. C3 is how much? Epsilon naught A by 3D. What will the equivalent capacitance of 3 capacitances
C1
in
plus
parallel?
Summation.
C1 plus C2 plus C3. One second. Now listen, I stop here. There is a small technical knack with my Zoom today. Since yesterday it's creating trouble, it's saying it will get disconnected. It is like after every 40 minutes, I'm having a problem with it. Now again, I will have to reconnect. Instead, I stop here. Homework, you will have no homework for today. When is the next lecture?
Next week.
Okay, I'll make an assignment. Do you people have Sunday? Do you have any test?
No, sir.
No test.
No. Then I'll send an assignment on capacitors till whatever has been covered till here on Kirchhoff's laws.
Can I
Right?
send it today or tomorrow? Like,
Today evening itself I will send.